Hi, welcome to You, Me and Mediumship. Tonight, as the title suggests, we're going to be talking a little bit about tarot cards, but only a small section really. Tarot cards I have practiced in the past, many moons ago, and I've recently acquired another set of cards which I do enjoy reading. What I want to do tonight, basically, or what I've already done, is I've pulled a card from the pack, give them a good shuffle and pulled a card from the pack, because what I want to do is see if this card will relate to anybody who's watching the video, and also there'll be an element, fingers crossed, of mediumship as well, and we'll try and link the card to the person and also the mediumship to the person who's watching the video. And if anybody can relate to this, it'd be great. Sometimes, this is just a little experiment just to see if we can link tarot, mediumship together, because personally, I believe you can, because I think the cards are just a tool of concentration. As we focus on the card, then I think we let go of all the outside thoughts, and we then become more attuned to the atmosphere around us. And I think, there's a good opportunity also that we can link in with spirit and pick up messages whilst we're concentrating on the cards. So I do believe that there is a link. And like I said, I think like most things, like a crystal ball even, or even like the tarot cards, these can act as a tool of communication. That's what I believe. I mean, I started with tarot cards many moons ago, and it got to the point really where I would lay the cards out and start reading the cards and then go off completely into mediumship, and only now and again look down at the cards. So they kind of got me started, if you like. So the card that after the shuffle came out for me is, I'll show you, is the 10 of shadows is there. It looks like 01 from when I'm looking at it. Hopefully it'll look like a 10 for you. So quite a positive card, really, quite a positive card. And the sense that I'm getting from it straight away, really, is that although things for this person aren't looking that positive at the moment, then there is an element of things will change and get better for them. But I do believe that they've got to make a stand, and I do feel, and I'm sensing from this, that it is very, very much on the family being split at the moment. I'm not necessarily talking about husband-wife split, although I think that probably, I say husband-wife, it may be boyfriend-girlfriend, but there is a child involved here. But I do feel that everybody needs to pull together, and the family, not just the husband and wife or boyfriend-girlfriend, but I do feel there's an element of a lot of family arguments going on. So the family is quite broken at the moment. But I do believe this can change, hopefully in the near future for them. I believe that the energy that's coming through would be linked to this family. I do have a grandmother. A grandmother is coming through, and she draws close to me. She talks of a child that is either very recently been or is, as we speak, in hospital, and this child is very poorly indeed. And I'm definitely getting a female sense of the child. So this is a young girl who is, as we speak, I believe as we speak, in hospital and has been very, very poorly. Okay, so it's very important, I guess, what this lady is saying as she draws close to me. She very much wants to see this family pulled together for the sake of this child. She does spend an awful, and it may have even happened in the past, where the little girl has spoke of her grandmother or spoke of a figure by her bed. I do believe that she's been aware of the grandmother drawing close to her or being close to her at night, maybe even on occasion in the day. So I do believe that the child is aware of the grandmother that has passed. Now, I also believe with this that the grandmother has not been in spirit that long. So again, there's an element of something that the family had to deal with there. Again, there was a few arguments, and I believe that is still going on, linked to the grandmother's passing. Now, the odd thing is, the grandmother I do believe, held this family, or tried to hold this family together as she draws close. She's a very family-orientated lady, and she's certainly one that, loved her grandchildren. Okay, and as she comes through, and I believe the reason for her coming through is because of this sick child, this poorly little girl. I believe that is why she's trying to make a stand here and asking that family to pull together for the sake of this child. She's the grandmother, I believe, would have lived in I'm not sure if this would be a sheltered flat, but it's definitely a flat. I do believe this to be in quite a large built-up area. She shows me an image, a picture of this area. It's definitely a city without any doubt. This is not in the countryside or in a village or anything like that. It certainly is within a city. She talks of the getting together of her and her husband. So as she talks, she wants the family to know that they are together. Okay, that they are. This was very much a love-hate relationship. That's without any doubt. She comes through laughing about this, the love-hate relationship with she calls him the other half, the husband, and that was definitely a love-hate relationship. But they certainly tolerated each other in life, but are together again. So I'm guessing, hopefully not so much a love-hate relationship in spirit, but more of a loving relationship. Because they are both very concerned about the family at the moment and how split the family is. So it's very important that this family try and pull themselves together. I'm trying to see if there is any. Right. Okay. She's given me a description of a lady that she feels is being quite negative within the family. Now, the picture of the lady that she is showing me is, I'll try and get an age. I would say either late 20s or in her 30s, and she has definitely dark hair without a doubt, and dead straight dark hair, and she feels that somebody needs to sit and just talk to her, calm her down, because there is an element of the fact that she could be causing some of the issues within the family, but it's not unfixable without any doubt. It's just a matter of getting together, sitting down and having a natter reading, trying to talk things through. As she draws close, she's also showing me there would have been the loss of a child as well within the family. She's with that child. She holds that child. Okay, the child would have been within the earth plane. She's saying 2 days. I'm feeling a little bit longer than that, but she's saying only a couple of days that this child experienced the earth plane. So, there's an awful lot of things have happened within the family, which have obviously caused an awful lot of distress and emotional distress, and you can't wonder at it in the sense that, that there are problems, because there's a lot of things to get through, a lot of things to get over and deal with. So it's nobody's fault as such, but there's been difficult times. Okay, now if everybody could just sit down and talk these things through, and this is something that she mentions again, and just try and keep this family together, and please try and keep the family together in her memory. It's something that she's desperate to happen. She wants desperately to happen, that the family will try try and get together, because there are good things ahead. The card shows that there are good things that could. Oh, okay. Now, I believe that one member of the family is self-employed, and as she draws close, she's saying that this could be a great little business. Obviously, family life doesn't help when you're trying to build a business, especially if there's a lot going on, a lot of negative things going on within the family. But she says if this person could just try and concentrate, once the family starts to settle down on this little sideline they got going, this little business, then things will get better. The card shows that, and it's definitely worth investing a bit of time and effort into this, like self-employment, if you like, this little job, this little sideline that this gentleman has going. So that's fantastic. Now, okay, so as she talks of the child, she's telling me about the blood within the child. So I feel maybe this could be like maybe a type of leukemia, or definitely something to do with blood count. This word I heard very clearly then, to do with the blood count. This was how this was picked up. Okay, so the blood count of the child. So this may well be a leukemia that the child has. Okay, there's going to be, it's going to be tough, but there's every chance this child will pull through this, or has pulled through this. So just keep there with a positive, or stay with her with a positive attitude. The child needs to hear the positivity. You'll be fine. You're doing great. And she'll pull through this, and she will pull through this. Bless her. Okay. Now, I'm being shown a number, and I'm not sure whether this would be a house number, or whether this would have been the age of passing for the grandma. I'm not sure on this. I can't get that clearly, but I'm definitely seeing the figures 8 and 2. So I'm going to 82, 8 and 2, which are figures or numbers rather, that relate, definitely without any doubt, or relate to this family. So 82. So okay, please pull the family together. Okay, for the sake of grandmother, pull this family together. If this relates to you, I totally understand you're going through a difficult time. I totally understand that. Please try and pull the family together. She's with you. This grandmother spends time definitely with you. And she's showing me, this would relate as well. It looks very much like an ornament, but I don't believe it is. Sitting very still would be a white terrier dog. A little white terrier dog is definitely part of the story as well. She has that with her. A little white terrier dog sits there with her as she speaks. So still, actually, it's like very much like an ornament, more than an actual animal itself, the energy of an animal. But it's very well behaved, put it that way. So if this relates to anybody, and if you want to talk to me personally, message me by all means. If you don't want to put anything in the comments, then that's absolutely fine. I totally understand that. But for the sake of the lady, she sends her love to all the family. She's saying, for me, she's saying just for me, for my sake. So that's important. Do it for her. So I hope that will link in with somebody and make sense. And please, if you don't, like I said, if you're not comfortable with leaving a comment, then no problem. Just send a message through to me, and that's absolutely fine. So take care. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll speak to you all on another evening. Bye for now.